Welcome to the Underground Nation podcast, where the lights stay low, the truth stays loud, and the underground always has a voice. Tonight, we step into the shadows of the West Coast Underground with an artist who brings raw energy, dark narratives, and unapologetic authenticity straight out of Sacramento, California. This is an artist forged in gritty reality, blending horrorcore atmosphere street with level storytelling, sharp bars, and a catalog that refuses to play it safe. From projects like The Devil's Advocate and Probable Cause to his latest drops pushing the limits of independent hip-hop, this guest represents the hunger, the grind, and the darkness that fuels real underground culture. He's not here chasing trends, he's here carving his own lane. Tonight, your host with the ghost, Bounce Ball Boogie, sits down to talk music, mindset, survival, and the realities of staying independent in an industry built to chew artists up and spit them out. Underground Nation, lock in, lean back, and turn it up. This is Lil Sicx.
From the ashes of Sacramento's darkest alleys, where the shadows breathe and the beats bang with a sinister heartbeat, emerges a voice that can't be ignored. He's the son of legacy, the heir to a throne carved in blood and bars, but he's built his own lane in the underground, unholy, unapologetic, unforgettable, known as the Prince of Darkness. He's not just another artist, he's a walking testament to survival, creativity, and the raw grit of West Coast wicked shit. With projects like Hell's Angel, the Prince of Darkness trilogy, The Devil's Advocate, and his most recent Resurrection, he's proven that every track is not just music, it's a cinematic nightmare you can ride to. Underground Nation, brace yourself, because tonight we sit down with the one and only Lil Sicx.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. That's a hell of an intro, man. I appreciate it.
That's a fucking Lily. Thank you so much for sitting down with us tonight. I know you're a busy guy, but how are you feeling, my man?
Man, I'm feeling good. Got the day off, so I'm glad to get some work done, tap in with you, and get this out, man. It's love.
All right. Hell yeah. Yeah, we appreciate you. I wanted to start and ask you, coming from Sacramento and being the son of Sicx, what kind of pressure or inspiration did that put on you stepping into hip-hop?
It's a lot of pressure, man. Just to hold myself to that standard, those are the motherfucking Sickness 4 founders are highly regarded as lyricists, rappers, their aura, and everything. So I know I couldn't come out with no bullshit. But that never really even crossed my mind as an issue because I know where I come from and I know my pen is dope. I know what I'm doing. So I respect the craft. I definitely took my time to level up, learn everything I can. I still do to this day. But, I knew what I was signing up for. So, yes, it's a lot of pressure, but, I'm built for this. It's in my veins. So, naturally,
He's built for it, ladies and gentlemen.
Yes.
Do you feel like you're carrying a torch for Sacramento horrorcore, or do you see yourself creating a whole new flame?
I would hope so, man. But at the same time, I don't want to keep saying what I'm trying to do. I want the people to just see it and understand it, and the people prepared because all my stuff is not horrorcore. I've grown over the years. I got a new kid. I'm getting older. And I don't like to do the same thing over and over and over again. So yes, my first 4 projects are super dark. I'm always gonna have a couple dark songs on my tracks. On my albums or my EPs. But not everything is horrorcore. That's why I say I'm a horrorcore hip hop artist because if you're a student of the game, there's different types of hip hop. I like a little bit of everything. I listen to a little bit of everything. So when I'm making songs and I'm creating, I don't want to be stuck in a box. I want to be able to do features, commercials, acting. So make jingles, whatever the job calls for. I want to be able to do it.
Absolutely.
But at the same time, who else is even qualified to do horrorcore and make it dope and not cheesy? So it's like I'm doing both, man.
Hell yeah, I agree. It's amazing. But at what point did you know music wasn't just something you wanted to do, but something you had to do?
Man, just a lot of real life destiny/fate type of situations. I couldn't ignore the people I was meeting, just people pop into your life at certain times. And it just, the music found me again. I tried to stop rapping. I tried to quit. I used to rap when I was in my teens and my early 20s, but I always was just fucking around just because I knew I was not really good at it. So I guess I didn't value it. I guess I didn't appreciate it. But man, music keeps me going. Making Hell's Angel, it helped me a lot mentally. I was going through a lot of my personal life. So getting into music was literally to get those thoughts, those ideas, and those pains, those traumas on wax, man. And that's just how I make my music. So whatever comes out is just, that's what I'm going through, or that's what I've been through. But now I create songs based off of what I want to hear. But them first few albums, them first few projects, man, it was just trying to get everything out, bro.
Absolutely. So are you saying that now you focus on creating music that you like to hear? So you're making it for yourself, and who resonates with it, resonates with it.
It's always been that way. It's just that when I was first dropping my shit, I was specifically saying, hey, this is the Sacramento sickness. My projects had to reflect that. After Hell's Angel, The Prince of Darkness 1, 2, and 3, I wanted to make some different statements. You know, I felt different at the time. Times passed, things happened. So I just naturally grew, man. But I definitely want to be known as a horrorcore rapper. I'm not ashamed of it. I'm not embarrassed of it. These motherfuckers nowadays are lightweight, kind of, acting weird and or hiding behind it, or just basically like not accepting it, not embracing it, man. If you do horrorcore, keep making horrorcore. Let everybody do what they're going to do. And you don't have to only make horrorcore. That's another thing. Yeah. If you make horrorcore, why is it looked upon like, hey, you can't do nothing else? Like, man, I make dope music, man. I do music with everybody. I feel like we can all learn something from each other when we collab. And I just carry that with me, man. And I just try to make dope music. So if it's a gangster beat, you're going to get a gangster Lil Sicx verse. If it's a horrorcore beat, you're going to get a horrorcore beat. I mean, a horrorcore verse. But if it's on some fly shit, then we're going to be on some fly shit. I know how to switch it up. I know how to stick to topic. And we're going to make it work.
Yeah, absolutely. Fuck yeah.
If you're loving the Underground Nation podcast, but wondering how to show support, we got you. Head over to Bounce Ball Boogie's TikTok shop and gear up with Underground Nation sweaters, tees, bumper stickers, and more. Plus exclusive Bounce Ball Boogie merch straight from the Boogieverse. Represent the host with the ghost in wicked style and discover the wild characters born from the mind of Bounce Ball Boogie. Tap in and join the movement under the surface.
From listening to your music, I wanted to ask, how do you balance shock value with storytelling, making sure your music isn't just dark, but actually deep?
Yeah. I like that question, man, because obviously we got to figure it out. We don't want it to be too ridiculous to where, and then we don't want it to be too serious to where people can't just sit back and enjoy it. So that balance is just, man, what do I think is dope? That balance is just, my opinion on where the balance should be, depending on the type of song. Because a lot of shit, horrorcore can be seen as silly, but shock value, I don't necessarily write for shock value like intentionally. I just write what the beat makes me feel. And if the beat makes me feel like I want to slice somebody's neck off and wear their skin, I'll write that. No, it's not like I don't sit down and be like, all right, how can I kill somebody in this verse? I don't, bro. Like, I just sit down and listen to the beat. And if the beat takes me to a dark place, if the beat takes me to a world where something's going on in my mind, I literally say that out loud, a couple bars, and then start writing, man. So it's like, the shock value is just because that's just how my mind is.
Absolutely. So is that where you start? The instrumental, you got to feel the beat, and that's when the words come to you, or the words come to you first, when you're looking for a beat?
There's different situations. I don't like to force anything with my music, so sometimes I will have a concept, Sometimes I will go into a song saying, okay, I don't want no N-words or no curse words in the song. But other times I'll have a fucking nightmare and just wake up and and put that into music form. Sometimes I'll fall asleep to First 48, and put that into music form. Finding the right beats for those situations is a tough task sometimes, but a lot of the times I just have like premonitions, flashes, and I just see things in my mind when I hear music or I think of music. So I'm just trying to write what I see in my brain. And that works for me, man.
You mentioned a few minutes ago, you find love in all different realms of hip-hop. Which artist inside or outside horrorcore shaped your sound the most?
Besides, the obvious three, Lynch, X, and Six. I listen to a lot of Chewy. Who else I've been listening to, man? A lot of Wayne, old school Wayne. I listen to a little bit of everything, man. But La Russell, like people, I don't think people would think that I listen to La Russell, but I think La Russell is amazing as an artist and as a teacher, as a mentor, as a motivator, man. You know, public speaker. He does a little bit of everything, and he does it with a positive, great heart. So I think he's dope, man. So really, I just listen to whatever comes in my aura, man. And if I like it, I'll keep listening to it.
Hell yeah. Right on. Hell's Angel was your breakout. What headspace were you in when creating?
Man, that's a beautiful question. I was in a dark headspace, man. I was basically, that album was a suicide note, to keep it all the way 100. I've told it. I don't like to glorify nothing, but I was suicidal. I was depressed. I was trying to find myself all over again, man. I was just going through some real life shit, bro. Gambling addiction. Just going from having my shit together to not having my shit together. Mentally broke me, drove me crazy. You know, I got a wife, I got kids, I got a reputation. I have standards that I hold myself to, and I wasn't cutting it. And I fucked my whole life up, bro. So that's why you hear the pain. That's why you hear the anger. And Hell's Angel was also me writing from a younger point of view, because I was a little bit older when I got back into music. So it's not necessarily everything from that time, but it's also like memories from my childhood, you know, sampling songs that I grew up to from my childhood. So it was really just my life, bro. Like I really am just myself, and the shit I go through was, you know, good and bad. I put it in the music. So Hell's Angel, title Hell's Angel, I felt like I was going to hell, but had a good heart. You know, I'm just trying to do right and fix my wrongs. So
yeah, that's deep. Well, on behalf of the entire Underground Nation, we are thankful that you decided to stay with us and fulfill your prophecy, be there for your family and kids.
Man, I appreciate it, bro. I didn't bring it up for that, though. But that I know what the headspace was, bro. Like,
but I've been there before too, so I understand.
Yeah, you go listen to that album. Go listen to Conscious. That's me talking about my conscience. Go listen to. I got like a little love letter to my wife on that shit. Like, you know. So it's really, that was the concept of the album, man. But doing the music, doing the features, just getting my feet wet back in the game, finding my headspace, staying busy, staying productive, making some money. It changed me in a positive way. So I'm appreciative of the project, man. That's the project that saved me. I don't know what the fuck I was gonna be doing if I didn't start rapping again. So the music saved me, man.
The Prince of Darkness series feels like a saga. What story were you telling across those volumes?
Man, I would have to listen to them again. But all the Prince of Darkness EPs were produced by Devious One. So the first one, I think I don't know. I'm trying to remember it correctly, because I know he might watch this and be like, nah, that wasn't it. But and once we did like 3 or 4 songs, we were like, we might as well make this. And then I just sprinkled some features on there. But then the second one, we had like a little concept. We wanted to create some scenes, you know, some scenery, do some purposeful imagery with what we're doing and how we're setting up to eat. But that's all Devious One, man. He basically, the first one was beats randomly sent, and then we made it to EP. The second one was the concept. The third one was like, hey, these are all the beats in order, and I just fill in the gaps with my raps, you know? So the third project, we were basically like a machine, man. And we're working on another one right now, so there might be 4 on the way.
Dang, watch out now. Get a lookout.
Yeah. Shout out to Devious One, though, man. He's getting back into it. We make dope music, and he understands the sickness, he understands the darkness, and he understands that it's therapy for us. So we basically just pouring our heart out with the music, man.
It's incredible. Can't wait to hear it. The Devil's Advocate.
If you're loving what you're hearing with Lil Sicx, then trust you're going to love what you uncover next. Head over to underground-nation.com, where the culture runs deeper, the artists stay independent, and the underground gets the spotlight it deserves. The new issue of Underground Nation magazine is dropping this Christmas, packed with raw interviews, exclusive features, and the voices they won't play anywhere else. This isn't mainstream. This isn't watered down. This is the underground. Discover the artists. Support the movement. Visit underground-nation.com.
What was the central theme behind that project, and what do you want listeners to take away?
That theme is based on the movie The Devil's Advocate. That was one of the dope horror flicks.
That's one of my favorite movies.
Yeah, exactly. So it's not like a copycat of it, but it's basically loosely based off of that. That was the energy that I was bringing. A lot of people mistake that album as me admitting that I'm a devil worshiper. I'm not. It's based off the movie. It's a concept. We play with dark energy and light energy, and this one just happened to be called The Devil's Advocate, you know? Like, it wasn't no deeper than that. But with the album, we had a few singles on there, like Put One in the Air. We put that one on there. That one's kind of dark, talking about slavery and just another concept of why do we accept this type of behavior, the racism in the world. And then we got songs like Limit Break. I wanted to do some upturn shit, some turned up shit, I should say, just to have some fun to perform. And man, we do a little bit of everything, just how I'm feeling, the beats, like I said, what they tell me to do. And the first round of that CD or that album, I sent it to my manager and he was like, it's not dark enough. And it's because my life was getting better, bro. Like, things are getting better. It's hard for me to dark, depressed shit when I'm happy. So I'm like, fuck. I listened to it again. I'm like, it's called The Devil's Advocate, and it isn't dark enough. And it kind of made me salty. Like, what the fuck you mean it's not dark enough? I was like, all right, fuck it. Then that made me mad. And that's when I went to go put in songs like Creek Call. And it's just hella dark hardcore coming out the gate. Like, fuck what everybody got to say. And that's that came about, man.
Incredible. Your newest work, The Resurrection. What are you resurrecting?
Man, I got one that's newer than that. I meant to say something earlier, but I don't want to be an asshole. So if you have a resurrection question, I'll still answer it. But my latest one is cross prevention.
Cross prevention.
That's my latest one. But whatever you got to ask me about resurrection is good. Let's run it.
Well, I totally missed the new one. I was totally bumping The Resurrection before we even got on the podcast here.
That's all good. That's a good one. If that's your first Lil Sicx project, that's a good one to start at. If not, Hell's Angel, of course.
I started Hell's Angel and just kind of progressed away. But what are you resurrecting in yourself and in the culture with this album?
Man, like you said, the word culture, that's the sickness culture, the way we carry ourselves, the standard that we hold ourselves lyrically, just not doing weird shit for clout and just being a solid nigga. You know, that's rare these days for some reason. I don't know, man. That's just what I bleed, bro. That's just Amy. That's what I was raised around. That's my favorite genre of music. And I'm just a living second generation of it, man. I'm just going with the flow. The sickness is in me.
The sickness is in you.
Yeah.
I wanted to ask, because you mentioned coming from a dark place and depression, and now you're evolving to a happier, subtle life. What demons did you battle when you were not in the booth?
Gambling addiction, withdrawals, just childhood trauma for the shit that my dad went to jail for. That's, you feel me, forbidden to really say, but if you know me, you know my name, you know where I come from. It's a part of my story. I can't act like that didn't affect me or still doesn't affect me. Losing homies to the streets, you feel me? Motherfuckers getting locked up, getting killed, overdosing, family. Just real life, bro. I mean, it's just real life, bro. And I guess not everybody's life is this dark. I don't know, but you know, all the shit we go through, bro, I gotta get it out somehow. You feel me?
Absolutely.
I gotta get it out though.
That's the main reason why. That's the main reason why we try to take that extra step with each artist that we talk to and trying to help them and educate them on what they could be overlooking and maybe could implement to better themselves and their business and their family. You never know.
Yeah, man, just real life shit, bro. Like, that's really what it's about. And I don't be trying to be on no dark shit every single day. But when it comes to making music and purposeful topics, I want to make shit that helps people. I want to make shit that gets people through the day. And sometimes having some dark, crazy mob shit to listen to, you know, will keep you from doing some stupid shit. You just have a concert in your car and get to work. You get to work, you go in there and you do your thing, man. You kill the game, you kill your task for the day, you kill your gym workout, you feel me? It's not about causing harm to others. It's about killing whatever is in front of you, as in what you got to get done and how to move forward and how to elevate. Because that's what I'm trying to do, man. So you said earlier, I make music for myself. That's really what it came down to as well, man. The music, the hip hop, the rap, mainstream, underground, when I started 2018, 17, shit was trash, bro. The mumble rap was crazy. So I really just wanted to make some dope shit that I could listen to and I could respect. And, you know, that's just the thing Sacramento West Coast rap should sound. These people aren't traditional anymore. Not everybody has to be traditional, but I just didn't want the Sacramento sickness to fade out and die out. I want the shit to live on. And that's why I'm representing this shit and pushing this shit so hard.
But with everything you just said, what's the hardest sacrifice you've had to make to stay in the game?
Shit. That's tough because there's a lot. But the hardest one is just not being sure if you're wasting your time or not. not being sure, not being sure if you're making the right decision to do this shit, because it's not hella rewarding. You don't get hella money. The shit is hella hard. The people are hella fickle. It's scary to share your story. You feel me? So it's like I could just go to work and shut the fuck up and be okay, But the music is fun. The people that I'm interacting with, that I encounter, that love the music, that love the sickness, they're dope. We listen to music, we share ideas. They support, they buy shit, man. So really, man, this shit just got fun, bro. And if I'm having fun and I'm still doing what I love, I don't think I can stop the music. I tried to stop, like I said before. The music just comes out of me, bro. So I'm just gonna stop fighting the shit and just make the shit.
Yeah, don't fight it.
Stops coming out.
Just let it keep going, please.
That's what I'm doing, bro. That's what I'm doing. And it's opening doors. And whenever it opens a door, I take that task seriously. I train myself to the occasion, and I try to go kill it. You feel me? That's what I've been doing. That's why I'm here. Like, I didn't speaking to today, man. I was like, let me just get myself ready, and we gonna go kill it.
That's it. That's where I found a passion with doing podcasting, because I've been able to preserve your voice as the person you are today, telling the story how you want it told. So God forbid, when that time comes, we leave this planet, our younger generations can always revisit this, hear our voices, and be able to hear the story that we have to tell. You had, in your career, you've worked with legends like Brother Lynch Hung, Spice One, and many others. Which collab meant the most to you personally?
That's tough, bro. They all mean something, man, because they all came at different times in my career. I'm learning stuff. I'm hearing old stories about the Sick Made crew, because everybody has a different connection to the sickness, So honestly, I would just say anybody involved with the sickness, like anybody that fucked with the original sound of Sacramento, those are the most fun people to collaborate with. Obviously, Lynch, X, Sicx, but like Keelan was raw as fuck, and I know Keelan grew up off this shit too. So it's like you get in the rap with your childhood heroes, and you get in the rap with your peers, and then you're also pushing forward a new version of the sickness. And to me, I just thought that was dope. Making combinations that we didn't get. Like, I'm a fan of this shit first. So it's like when I was making my shit and getting features, I want the real motherfuckers on there. I want the real spitters on there. I want the motherfuckers that was really outside, that really know what they talking about, and that really spit raw shit. And that's what I do with everybody, man. So it's tough to just say which one was the most important, but I don't know, bro. I can't even, and I appreciate everything, bro. So I can't even say which one specifically. Maybe it hasn't happened yet. I'll let you know.
Oh, yeah, I respect that.
Right now on the Underground Nation podcast, this is Lil Sicx with Refuse to Lose. Turn it up.
I refuse to lose. Fuck them 22s. I got an AP10 and a throwaway tech line, so you know you can't fuck with mine. I refuse to lose. Fuck them 22s. I got an AP10 and a throwaway tech line, so you know you can't fuck with mine. But killing my obstacle in life is turn these suckers into vegetables. If not, I let the chopper divide them up like a sectional and get away clean. Nobody will say a thing like a professional. Needless to say, view with discretion is suggested, ho. Everything that I spit is authentic. I get it. You get discouraged standing in my presence. I sense it. It's all up in your energy. You finicky. Then them type of suckers I don't want in my vicinity. You feeling me? They full of hatred and buku jealousy. Swearing they got my back, but whole time praying they see the end of me. But I be damned if you niggas let me victimized. If there was ever a problem between you and I, you ain't gonna leave this building alive. And I don't know what the fuck you smoking, doggy, I ain't joking. 40 to your chest, leave you open. I've been telling these niggas there ain't no threat. I'ma butt shots with the Beretta and I'ma squeeze till ain't nothing left. I refuse to lose. Fuck them 22s. I got an AP10 and a throwaway tech line, so you know you can't fuck with mine. I refuse to lose. Fuck them 22s. I got an AP10 and a throwaway tech line, so you know you can't fuck with mine.
I've been influenced by the lowest of lows, hoest to hoes. When I get up on that stage, I don't see no family at my shows, and that's expected. still I do my thing and wreck shit. When I use my GPS, only time I follow directions. And I can't get no rest, cause the sickness is infectious. I act reckless if I'm feeling disrespected, double check it. I'm past street fighting, I got Glock and I got tech in. I ain't sending threats, but if you mobbing, you should check in. I don't got a problem swapping niggas out for FNs. If you searching and you certain you won't work, I got the best ends. Lately I've been feeling like niggas get lazy with their penmanship. So when it comes to spitting, I'm revoking niggas' membership. I was taught to not waste food.
Sacramento has a deep underground scene. Do you feel it gets the respect it deserves?
I feel like, yes and no. Because like when it comes to Sacramento now, if you know, a lot of artists put Sac on the map and pushed us back down there, back up there. But underground wise, it's like the kids don't respect it. And that doesn't necessarily bother me. But I feel like when we were coming up, this shit was our shit, so we respected it. And if anybody's coming up and they're rapping, I feel like they would be a better artist knowing their history, knowing their forefathers, and just knowing the culture of the rap game. Because a lot of them are raw as fuck, but they don't got no flow. They don't got no, I'm saying? Like they're missing something. And I feel like they're missing something because they haven't listened to 20 years of music. You feel me? And I don't expect them to go listen to everything, but I just feel like you learn from these artists. You feel different shit. You hear different shit, different cadences. It might inspire you in a different way. Because I think the shit's getting boring. I think the shit's getting repetitive. I think the kids are going doing the interviews, incriminating themselves. I think these motherfuckers enjoy going to jail. I think these motherfuckers like getting caught. So I'm just like, what the fuck is going on, bro? Like, why is everybody crashing out? And a lot of that comes with who you're listening to, whether people want to admit it or not. These young people, what you listen to is who you become. So, and maybe not for everybody, but for motherfuckers that's outside listening to this shit, doing what the music say is who you become. So be careful who you listen to, man. Make some E40 in there. He gonna give you some game. He gonna tell you how to get some money. You feel me? Like you listen to certain motherfuckers for certain reasons, man. Like you listening to only crash out shit. You only creating diss music. Where's that gonna lead you? And I hate to sound like that guy, but that's where I'm at with this music shit too, man. I'm trying to show these motherfuckers you can win without being dumb, without being compromised, without painting your fingernails. No disrespect to the motherfuckers that do, but if you're a gang, you don't do that type of shit, especially for no money or no clout or no fame. So it's like, keep it real, man. Keep it solid. Tell your story. If you're a square, you can be a dope-ass rapper. That's a square. Stay safe. Be smart. Make money. Live long. Stay blessed.
That's it. Amen to that. If you could resurrect one artist from the past to collab with, who would it be and why?
That's tough, but at the same time, the first person that popped in my head was Briz. I think he was dope as fuck. I think his life got cut short due to street drama or whatever politics happened. But I think that's one that we lost too soon. I felt like he was the next big star for Sacramento, and it would have been beautiful to see him blossom and perform all this shit and keep making new shit and just grow. And he was putting on for the city. He was putting on for his section. And it's just unfortunate that he had to go the way he went. But I think we could have made some crazy slaps. I think changed the way people rap. 10 years ago, everybody was trying to rap like Mozzie. And in the last 5 to 7 years, everybody's trying to rap like Briz. And it has been slowly changing to like the Stockton cats. But their flow was originally based off of Briz's flow. So I really think we lost a legend early. And his impact is still there. You can still hear it right now. The beat selection, the way they're flowing, all that shit, that's from Briz. So to answer that, it will be Briz.
Got it. How can I say this? What does Prince of Darkness mean to you? Is it a crown, a curse, both?
It's a little bit of everything. I'm glad you asked because R.I.P. Ozzy Osbourne. When I created the tag for myself, or when I started to say that, I was not aware that he called himself that. I would have avoided it completely, just out of respect. But obviously, I knew who Ozzy Osbourne is and was. But it didn't come out that way. I was trying to make random stuff for intros. I wasn't good at doing intros at the time, so I was practicing. I was at Funk Beta's studio, and I was just saying shit. Just the ideas. I'm just saying shit into the microphone to see what sounds dope. And I just ended up saying it, and I thought it was cool. And I kept it rocking, and it turned into what it turned into. Dang. That's from the music standpoint. But also, I feel like in a life standpoint, I'm the Prince of Darkness because I turn negatives into positives. And like I said, it's just been a dark life growing up. My father going away for what he went for. I always felt like he was the king of darkness. Like, that's the most fucked up way you could go. You could leave your family and the thing you could do. So it was like almost like I come from evil, but I got to make something right out of this. So it wasn't really saying the king and the prince out of something like I'm better than you at this. It was really like, man, this is what I come from. This is what I don't want to become, but this is the skill set that I have. This is the name that I have. How can I make this work?
That's it.
And that's where the other side of the Prince of Darkness comes from, just because of all the dark shit I grew up around, all the shit I was exposed to, and all the shit I had to go through and pull myself out of. So it really means something to me. Like, it's not just to copy anybody or to sound cool.
Absolutely. If your music could do one thing for the listener, scare them, heal them, inspire them, which would you choose?
As a horrorcore artist, I want to say scare them, because if you don't scare them a little bit, are you really doing your job? You know, it's supposed to be spooky. But at the end of the day, like I said, I want this music to help people, man. For some reason, this crazy ass shit that we listen to helps a certain type of person, or it helps people. I know it helps me. It helps me get through days. So just help people, help people do right, help people not give up, you know, give people hope. You know, I changed my life around. I'm doing the best I can. And I just wish others can do it as well. And also the Prince of Darkness was just to get people out of the darkness. I feel like when you want to rise up in life or you want to help somebody, it doesn't come from the right person. It won't work. If you haven't been through nothing, if you're spoon fed, so you know, silver spoon fed, the person you're trying to help might not even want to take that advice just because they feel like you wouldn't understand. But I feel like when you really been down and out, when you really been homeless, when you really been hungry, when you really have to choose of doing right or doing wrong to survive, I feel like you know, you got a voice, you got to use it, and you got to help the people that were down there with you and give them a chance too, because people helped me.
Absolutely. I had a good friend out here in Denver. He was an upcoming hip hop artist, and he saved up money for a long time, like at least 2 years that I was aware of. And he finally invested and bought a store, and he was building a recording studio in there, and he was going to sell merch and whatever in it. He had this shop for only 2 weeks before these fools, haters, I call them, went in there, gunned him down, left him dead, robbed him for all his equipment, took everything out of his store. And he was a good friend of mine, and I knew his family, and having to watch them grieve and then have to find ways to fundraise for him. I just kind of realized from that, like, how close to home we don't think about. We're chasing our dreams, and we kind of overlook things that we're kind of putting ourselves at risk.
That's the situation, man.
Yeah.
I wasn't ready for that one. I'm sorry for your loss, though, bro, because you sharing a personal story with me. I'm sharing personal shit with you. I'm sorry for your loss, man. That sounds shitty.
Yeah, but that's when I realized that a lot of artists, especially in the underground, they don't have the education that those that have success or are doing it big, and we don't have that education. We're just throwing money out there, making what we think is right, and throwing it at the wall and see if it sticks. A lot of us don't even have a plan. We're just doing what we think is right.
Yeah.
But
when trouble hits, it doesn't just hit you. It hits your family, your kids, the people you love most. Maybe you've got a teen who's making wild decisions, or a family member caught up in something serious, or you just want to be prepared before life pulls a fast one. So you call a lawyer, right? But have you ever checked the price of a legal consultation? Hundreds of dollars every hour before you even know what your rights are. Not anymore. Contact Bounce Ball Boogie, because he's partnered up with a local law agency that gives you unlimited legal consultations for your whole household, from real, licensed attorneys with no hourly fees, all for $38 down and just $28 a month. Your rights deserve protection. Your family deserves defense. And you deserve peace of mind. Here's what to do. Email ugnpodcast@gmail.com. Subject line: I need a lawyer. Boogie will personally respond with all the info you need. Don't wait for the worst moment of your life to find out what help costs. Protect your home. Protect your future. Protect your rights with Bounce Ball Boogie at your side.
with that said, do you think horrorcore mirrors the real world more than people realize?
Yeah, people just, bro, and nothing besides, like, obviously, like, weird, you know, just like doing stuff to kids, kidnapping people, just the obviously weird stuff, even though that happens in real life too. But what I'm saying is, nothing that we're saying in these songs hasn't happened in real life. So when people hear certain things on the song and they act like it's too crazy for a song, it's like, bro, watch the news. But go out. What the fuck do you see every day? This shit, like, they try to pretend certain shit doesn't exist. And it's not how you solve a problem. By avoiding the topic, we talk about the shit that people are scared to talk about. And motherfuckers get canceled these days if you don't use the proper terminology, bro. Well, I'm not worried about that shit, bro. I wanna speak my mind. I wanna give my opinion. I wanna tell my story, and it's gonna come off dark and horrorcore because that's the way I want it to. This shit's not supposed to be soft, bro. It's not supposed to be pretty. It's not supposed to be perfect. And so the people that feel that way or that think that way, I just understand that horrorcore is not for them, and my music's not for them, and that's okay.
That's right. That's all perfectly okay. I'll keep it all for us.
Yeah, it's fine. Yeah, like, don't worry about it. Like, if whatever imaginary bubble you got going on, if that works for you to see positive and you to do, hey, more power to you. But I'm going to talk about this shit that I feel like is an issue, that's a problem that we could change, that we could work towards, or just the shit I see that I need to get out of my soul,
That's it, amen. With your new mindset and everything that you're creating today, where do you see yourself 5 years from now? Still independent, signed, or building your own empire?
Most likely building my own, man. I'm trying to put together a staff. I'm trying to put together a team. I'm trying to put together artists. I'm trying to basically become all the stuff that I wish that we had. So, if I see a void, I try to fill it. So I'm going to figure it out, man. And doing some movies, hearing my shit in movies, hopefully starring in some. I want to be in a horror film. I want to make this shit work all the way full circle, not just I can rap good. I feel like I can act. I can do more than that. I have a few different talents, but I just feel like if we're going to blow it up as much as we can with the help of the people like you, I'm going to be exactly where I need to be in 5 years. And I know I'm not going to quit. I know I'm not going to slack up. So all the work that I put in, wherever I end up in 5 years, that's where I'm supposed to be. I'm okay with that because I know I'm going to push every day.
Absolutely. Just know you got full support from all of us here at Underground Nation. So anything you got coming out with music, movies, collaborations, we will definitely help you push that up as much as we possibly can.
Yes, sir. Thank you. I hella appreciate it.
For all our listeners out there in around the Underground Nation, if someone only had time to hear one Lil Sicx track to know who you are, which one would you point them to?
Make It Out featuring Love Gang J. It's on the Resurrection. I feel like that one tells my story in a good way. It gets people to listen. There's no curse words in that one, so it'll get people to listen from all areas of life, and it's still hardcore enough to make you want to hear my other shit.
Hell yeah.
Yes,
so
sir.
What message do you have? You were kind of talking about it earlier with the younger generations. What message do you have for the younger artists who's battling demons but still trying to make it?
No, younger people really don't like to listen or take advice. Because I didn't. Because we think we know it all. Because we think we're the shit. Because, you know what I'm saying? So it's just like, man, just make sure if you're following anybody, make sure you got a good leader. Make sure you're actually following behind somebody that wants your best interest, that has your best interest. And just don't crash out, man, because shit's just way too common these days. Motherfucker just giving up, crashing out, or just risking something for crumbs. And it's like, nah, bro, you way too dope for that. Just don't crash out. Give yourself a chance. Everybody ain't gonna make it, but give yourself a chance, man.
That's all. Take the bet on yourself. Take the risk. Don't hold back. Every time you get little butterflies in your stomach, feel nervous, you're about to go do something big, freaking do it. Don't walk away. Don't step off that stage. Get out there. Well, finally, Lil Sicx, what's next? What should the underground brace itself for?
For more music, more videos. And I honestly don't like announcing shit anymore, bro. Because it comes out of me. It comes out of me when it comes out of me. So, I got my new merch. Y'all can support the merch right now. I got shirts and hoodies. I got CDs. I got posters. I got stickers. And I got slaps. But as for the future, man, just new music, new videos, and whatever else comes to mind, man. Whatever doors open up for me, I'm going to make it happen.
Incredible. So where do we go to find his merch and music and everything else you're mentioning?
I'm on all social media and all music platforms under the name Lil Sicx, LILSICX. But I'm on Instagram the most, man. So if you got Instagram, follow me. I'll follow back. I comment. I support. I'm not a hater type of dude. I feel like everybody should be supporting everybody. So if you follow and support, I'm gonna do the same. If you share my shit, I'll share your shit. But you can go on there for my merch, for my songs, for my links. It's all on my Instagram, Facebook. Just look up LilSicx and you're gonna find me. Google me.
There it is, ladies and gentlemen. Go find Lil Sicx right now. Any shout outs or thank yous you want to give?
Man, shout out to Atrophy for linking us up, man. For putting this together, for middleman this. So I appreciate you, bro. Thank you. That's Lil Sicx, aka the Prince of Darkness.
Yeah. Lil Sicx, thank you so much for joining us here tonight. You're an amazing artist. Again, you have our support here at the Underground Nation for everything upcoming. And everyone listening, make sure you go follow Lil Sicx right now on Instagram.
Yeah, do that.
He's following you back, so you better take this opportunity before he does his mind.
After I get to 6,666 followers, I'm gonna stop following people back. So y'all got through then.
You better go now. Get off your ass. Get over there to Instagram. Follow Lil Sicx. This is the Underground Nation magazine with Lil Sicx. And we are out this piece. Thank you, Lil Sicx. We appreciate you so much, man.
It's love, man.
Hell yeah.
That was another killer episode of the Underground Nation podcast with your host, with the ghost, Bounce Ball Boogie. Be sure to like, follow, and subscribe to our guests on all social and streaming platforms, and show your support for the Underground at underground-nation.com, where real music lives, loud and proud. Until next time, keep it raw, keep it heavy, and keep it underground.